Hey, Gemma Gilbert here. So in this video, I'm going to talk through the 5 core steps you need to take to start your first ever group program. So if you're currently serving one-on-one, maybe you're at like that fully booked stage and you're thinking, how can I grow past my income level? And group is on your mind. So if we want to transition from one-on-one to group, the first thing we need to do is tighten up the promise. Often when we're serving one-on-one, we can serve whatever kind of problem people come to us with. Like they say, can you help me with my lead generation, Gemma? Can you help me with my sales? I can say, yeah, like whatever they say, I can sell them on. This changes when we shift to group because we're now delivering a shared outcome. So you have to get tighter on the A to B transformation and you have to get tighter on the who. And this is often really, really uncomfortable because everybody resists niching. It feels scary. What I would say on this point is niche the offer, not the business, right? So niche the group program and test it. So we need to get tighter on the promise and then we need to go and validate this message. And the wonderful thing about the validation process is often just the validation process itself will get you clients for this offer. So step 1 is get tighter on the transformation you offer, who specifically would get the best results for it, and validate that message as well. Step 2 is the structure of the program and how all the logistical stuff. There are so many different formats that you can run a group coaching program in, and people get really in their head of things like the tech and stuff like that, and none of that matters. So you just need to be creative and thinking like what structure would best support my clients to get results. So for example, my program Amplify, where I help people with this exact thing that I'm talking about, is a pre-recorded curriculum, a weekly live call, and a community aspect. And this is a really nice structure I found to leverage your time because people can get results without you with the curriculum. They can come to live calls to get accountability and problem solve. And then the community is like the heart of the program that supports them all the way through. And within this, deciding the structure, deciding the length of time, how long does it take them to get the result basically, and what's the price point? It does not have to be that much cheaper than one-on-one. So once you've done step 1, you've nailed your messaging in your niche. Step 2, you've decided like the container structure, the price, and the length of time. The next thing I have people do is go make some noise in their marketing, because typically people say to me, I haven't been showing up as much as I should be, or my message wasn't that niche, it wasn't that specific. So we haven't got the attention of the right people. So we want to go into like a 30-day or a 6-week marketing amplifier where we are aligning your message to the problem that your group program solves. The idea being, how can we get the right people to be paying attention? And in this say 30-day period where we're really building your authority, we also want to be growing your audience. It's one thing that people really overlook. I don't let anybody come into my program that hasn't at least got 500 people in front of them, or a very, very strong referral network where they're getting clients, because basically with group, you need more leads. So if you're struggling for one-on-one leads now and you think group's going to be easier because it's cheaper, that is the biggest myth out there. It is harder to get more leads, simple as. So you need that foundation. Our goal is to get you adding 100 people every single month to your audience so we can ensure the consistency of leads to your group program. So you go into this period of making more noise and aligning your message, and that sets you up for step 4, which is a low-key launch, right? And you run a beta version of your program, a pilot, a founder's version, like whatever you want to call it. Why? Because people really respond to something being new. It's exciting to jump in at that beta stage, and it also gives you permission to take imperfect action and move forward before you feel quite ready. And you can be really honest with your audience and say, I'm running a beta version of this, like I'm looking for feedback. In exchange, you get this awesome discount. Do you want to jump on board? And you can just move forward with messy, imperfect action. You've got the message, you've got the structure, you've been talking about the right stuff. And my personal preference, because I'm not a massive fan of running like big launches into stuff, is just to learn how to write offer posts to say to your audience, hey, I'm doing this thing, this is what it does, do you want it? And have a simple conversation about it. Now, what those 4 steps will do is meaning you've created a program, you've aligned your message, and you've taken it to market, and you can do all of this within literally 6 weeks, right? You can do all of that within 6 weeks. Now, the key next, right? The next step is, well, then how do we keep adding clients to our group program? I don't run cohort start-stop group programs anymore. Why? because then you're constantly doing these peak and trough income months where you're enrolling people, they start the program, they end the program, you're doing it again. So I prefer the ever-growing evergreen model where you're just adding new clients every single month. And that basically means we need to systematize the stuff we did earlier. We need a marketing strategy which has people adding 100 new leads every month and nurturing them to buy from you with a really slick sales process. So the final step is systematize the things that have been working so you can enroll clients every single week. This is what I help people with, by the way. Start a group program, grow the group program to 10K months. If you want any information on that, I have just 3 spots left to work with me this side of Christmas. Bonus of joining now is this period doesn't count, right? Your official start date doesn't start until January. And the price is going up in January as well. So I help people in my mentorship program, Amplify. It's a 9-month container where we go through the journey of creating your program, your messaging, your curriculum, and all of your marketing and sales systems into it. It is my life and my joy, and I love serving inside this space. If you want any more information around what it could look like to do this together, just DM me the word Amplify. I'll pop the word Amplify below. And if you've got any questions off the back of this email in terms of those 5 steps that I've just shared, please feel free to ask them below. Have a wonderful day.